In this video, we're going to take a look at enlightening graphs for qualitative data. Right, so qualitative data, that's data that is not numbers that represent counts or measurements. Right? So it's also called categorical data. And so one way that we can represent qualitative data is by using bar graphs. So with a bar graph, we use bars of equal width to show frequencies or relative frequencies of qualitative data. Across the x-axis, you would represent the category, and then the y-axis would have the frequency or the relative frequency. So if I wanted to represent the number of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors at a university, maybe the frequency for freshmen is up here at some value. The frequency for sophomores is maybe here. Maybe your juniors, maybe you get a lot of transfers. And seniors, it's maybe here. That would be a bar graph. You have bars. These bars are of equal width. The height of the bar represents the number of students or the frequency with which there are seniors. The frequency, the total number of juniors and sophomores and freshmen. Now here, that ordering, for something like class rank in college, that's a relatively natural order. Students progress from freshman to sophomore, and then from sophomore to junior, and then from junior to senior. There are other cases, like if we were charting something like eye color, we don't have a natural ordering on which we should do this. Again, even if you think about doing this in alphabetical order, it would depend on what language you have written those colors in, what alphabetical order is. And so a Pareto chart, this is simply a bar graph where the bars are arranged in decreasing order according to frequencies. So here, if we created a Pareto chart for the data that we saw above, you would have freshmen still showing up first, but then you would see the juniors next because they were the next highest, and then the sophomores, and then the seniors. Right, so a Pareto chart, that is simply a way to represent data and to fix some kind of ordering there. Now, even with that, if you have two things that have the same frequency, you get to make a decision on which to include first, which bar to draw first. There's no specific order that it should happen in. And then finally, a pie chart. That's something that many of us are used to, we've encountered before. But there, with a pie chart, you have a circle, and then you take this circle and you split it up into different pieces. So this is the proportion that are freshmen. Here's maybe the proportion that are juniors. Maybe sophomores and seniors. So our freshman has the largest pie piece, juniors next largest, and then sophomores, and then seniors. The proportional size, the area for each of these is the same, is proportional to the proportions of the entire classes. The number of students that are freshmen compared to the total number of students. For each one of these, I've drawn those by hand. If you are using this in the real world and you are doing it by hand, you are doing it wrong. I promise you, people are going to use some kind of software to do this. So you might use something like Microsoft Excel. There are certainly other tools out there to generate data, to create graphs that are based on data. All right, in our next video, we'll take a look at graphs that are deceiving. We'll see you there.